let me ask you if you have any problem uh, about the content that we have done so far. And I welcome all sorts of comments, criticism, concerns, whatever you want to share. Any question? Any question, comment, concern, criticism, reflection, anything? Whatever we have done so far, any problem in that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, great. Another thing is that you will have spring break from next week, Easter break, and I am planning to give you your first exam soon after we come back from spring break. Okay? So for that, you need to pay attention to all the reading materials that I will upload on Moodle, especially during the Easter break. And you may, of course, you are more than welcome to explore more materials on internet or in other books if you want to. You can also use Wikipedia, but just I want to warn you, I want to give you a heads up about the use of Wikipedia. I also use Wikipedia sometimes to start with. If there is a concept that I want to learn, I use Wikipedia just to begin with, but with this caveat, with this caution that I need to be very, very careful about the information that is given on Wikipedia. What I do is I only tend to rely on information for which they have given reference. Those of you who have used Wikipedia, you may know that there is always this in-text citation, and at the end they also give references. So if you want to recheck that information, you can always go to that reference. A problem with information that comes on internet is that everybody is free to put information on internet, and that actually creates an issue with the credibility of the information. We need to be responsible ourselves to determine whether the information we are seeing is credible or not. Okay? Okay, all right, let's begin. I'm going to share my screen with you. I believe you all can see my screen now.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. This is where we left last time. We were discussing these ideas and we could not finish them. I was explaining them and I was encouraging you to come up with examples. And today I'll go with the same format. First, I'll explain an idea, I'll give an example myself, and then I'll ask you to come up with some more examples. We were discussing this question that why is it important for us to study media, culture, and society? And we're talking about the idea of technological advancements. I was talking about this idea that because of technology, now media is everywhere. We use our cell phones, we use social media, we get information on social media, we go homes, like after we are done with work or college, university, whatever you do, you go home, you sit in front of TV, you eat your dinner. See, technological advancements, even when you are driving, maybe you have your radio on. So because of these technological advancements, we have media has actually surrounded us for, and it has become a part of our culture, a part of our society. That actually validates the importance for us to study media. This was the first point that I discussed. Then we talked about the idea of increased surveillance, and many of you were participating in that discussion. I was very glad to see that you were taking interest in that. I was talking about the idea that whenever we create profile on social media sites, I gave you the example of Facebook. When you were creating your profile on Facebook, when you were creating your account on Facebook, if you remember, you did give information about your age, about your gender, about your year of birth, your birthday, everything to Facebook. You gave them all of this information. Even Facebook also knows that what are your interests, what sort of pages you have joined. And it's like we are being surveilled. There is this idea that we are being watched, and there are always issues related to the breachment of privacy and people's private information. Facebook was several times accused of sharing private information with other organizations. And if you have been reading international newspapers, especially, the information also appears in Pakistani newspapers, but international newspapers actually write a lot about it, especially the Guardian and the New York Times. You may know that Mark Zuckerberg, who is the CEO, Chief Executive Officer of Facebook, he had to appear in front of court to explain his position regarding the accusations that he had, that he was several times accused of sharing sensitive information with agencies. Here I want to ask you a question. Are these multinational corporations? Are they multinational? Facebook, Amazon, can they be considered multinational corporations? Adil nodded. Yes, Adil, would you like to speak about that? I was asking the question that are, I mean, these social media sites, are they multinational corporations?
Yes, I think so. I think so.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
yes, because they have their presence across one nation. They have their presence across the globe, and Facebook is used across the globe. So yes, they are multinational corporations. Then we were talking, that's where we left. We're talking about the idea of aesthetics. I said that aesthetics is something that is related to the idea of, especially in terms of communication. Let's give the example of the production of messages in art, production of messages in poetry, in singing, in folk songs, and all that. Now media has enabled it to reproduce and multiply those messages. And I was giving you the example of Mona Lisa. I said that Mona Lisa, the painting of Mona Lisa, was a famous painting by Leonardo da Vinci, and the painting is in one of the museums in Paris. None of us has ever been to Paris. I have never been to Paris, but we have seen the painting only because of media. Even if you go to your Google page and you write Mona Lisa painting, your Google page will pull that picture up for you. See, media has enabled it. So aesthetics, works of art that are related to aesthetics, they can be multiplied, they can move across culture, they can move from culture to culture. Media, again, media's role is there. A work of art that is specific to a culture, it goes across the world, and that is how a cultural product, a cultural artifact is actually distributed or disseminated. Let's talk about player, this idea, because we already discussed, I already elaborated on these 3 points in my last lecture. I would like to move forward now. Let's talk about the idea of player. Here, what I mean to say is that a majority, the majority of us use media for pleasure, for relaxation, for entertainment. And that is how media constitutes an important part of our cultural lives, an important part of our social arena. Pleasure. Many of us, if we have leisure time, how many of you, would, if you have free time, and that usually happens in Ramzan, if you have, your productivity is low because you are not doing water intake or food intake. So for some scientific reasons, your productivity is really low. And you try to kind of spend some time doing something that doesn't consume your energy. And many of us tend to use media for pleasure. So you may tune uh, a song, a radio channel, or you may start watching a movie on Netflix or Hulu or anything. So many of us actually direct our attention to media for seeking pleasure. This is how media plays an important role, an important part in our cultural lives. Any question about this, or any thoughts, or any sharing? In my last class, I was talking about this idea that Pakistani society is a fun-starved society. Unfortunately, we do not have many opportunities here for entertainment. Like people, it's very rare. We have security issues, we have population issues, and many other issues. So it's very rare that people plan for a hiking trip or to go to a trail or a camping trip or that kind of thing. So I talking about this idea that the biggest entertainment in Pakistan is to dine out, to go and dine out. Let's eat at this restaurant. This is one of the biggest entertainment. That's what you usually do for pleasure, for entertainment. With that, yes, using media is another sort of opportunity for us whenever we are seeking pleasure. All right, let's talk about this fifth function that media does in our cultural lives. That's what we are discussing today. So, media is supposed to play a political function in our societies. Do we all agree to that? Media is supposed to play a political function, a watchdog function. That is why media is known as fourth pillar of society. Can anyone elaborate on that? Can anyone talk about that? Why is media considered fourth pillar of society? I'm sure you have already discussed this in other your classes. Yes, Adil, go ahead, please.
The role of media is actually very important in this modern era, like the rise of this global village. The role of media in the rise of this global village is very important. Like if we talk about the modern culture, the homogeneous culture that is happening in the around the world, and everything like about religion is we are modernizing our religion and interpretation of our religion, not directly religion, the interpretation of religion. Media affects every field of life, like it doesn't matter its religion, it doesn't matter its culture, it doesn't matter it's our nature. Media affects in each and every way, in each and every aspect of life. So that's why I think so the role of media as a pillar of state is very important, and it's very
Shabash,
effective.
shabash. Good job, good job. I'll explain it in a minute. Let me take Fatima's comment first. First Fatima will speak and then I'll talk about this. Fatima, go ahead. And Uzair also wanted to say. Yeah, Fatima first, you and then Uzair. Very briefly, please. Go ahead, Fatima.
Basically, media is a fourth pillar of the democracy. It gives us authentic and truthful information to the public, and it informs the public opinion. So it makes sure that the public knows about the democratic values,
Yes.
so that they follow through it.
Yes, I'll explain it with an example as well, Fatima. I'm glad to see your understanding. Uzair, go ahead. You wanted to say something? Muhammad Uzair.
Yes, ma'am. मुझे explain करना था because
Sure.
जो मीडिया फोर्थ स्टेज जिसको आप बता रही हैं वो इस वजह से भी है क्योंकि हमारी जो जनरेशन नेक्स्ट जनरेशन है वी डोंट यूजुअली वॉच टीवी. हम मोस्टली जो है हमारा टाइम जो है वो मीडिया से ही रिलेट कर रहा होता है, तो इसके अंदर हमें इंफॉर्मेशन ज्यादा बेहतर मिल जाती है. सेकेंडली हम अपना ओपिनियन दे सकते हैं. हम टीवी पे बैठ के कोई ओपिनियन नहीं दे सकते. टीवी पे तो जो बात हो रही है हमने सिर्फ सुनना है. मीडिया के थ्रू हम अपना ओपिनियन भी दे सकते हैं और उस ओपिनियन से रिलेटेड लोगों से हम कन्वर्सेशन भी कर सकते हैं. तो इस तरह भी ये ना काफी इफेक्टिव रहता है.
Very good, very good. So let's talk about political function, and I'll first relate it with the fourth pillar function of media, fourth state function of media, and then I'll talk about political function very briefly. And I will explain it with the help of an example as well. And I highly encourage you soon after I finish my discussion about political function, if any example comes in your mind, please share it with us. Okay? All right. So first of all, let's talk about fourth pillar or fourth state of media. Why is media called fourth pillar? देखें, other three pillars. Number one is executive. Executive. I mean, does it convey the meaning? Executives are the one who execute policies, the government, basically the government, bureaucracy as well. And then comes judiciary. Judiciary is an institution that ensures that people get justice. And then comes legislation. Legislation are the people who make laws, parliamentarians. Like soon after the sexual assault, child sexual abuse case happened in Kasur, they started talking about legislating, making a law that publicly hangs such culprits. Okay? Now these three pillars. Now media is considered the fourth pillar or fourth state of society. Why is that? It is so because media performs a watchdog function in society, which is political function. What is watchdog function? Let me explain very briefly. What does a watchman do? He guards your house, he guards the building. Okay? Watchdog is that media ensures accountability. Media keeps an eye on how things are happening and if they are happening the right way, and then media can hold responsible persons accountable. That see, there is this wrongdoing happening and we want to know why is this happening right under our nose. Okay? This is political function of media that media performs in our culture. Let me explain it now with the help of an example. And if any example comes in your mind, I would ask you to share it with me. A few years ago, there was this exact scandal case. I'll write it in the chat box. Does anyone remember exact scandal? Apparently, does anyone remember what was exact scandal a few years ago?
Yeah, ma'am, it was a fake degree, I guess.
Shabash, Khurram, very good. Exact scandal was that there was a firm, a fake firm with the name of Exact, and they were awarding degrees to people. They said, suppose they claimed that they had affiliations with foreign universities and their students were working with foreign professors, and they were giving students degrees on the basis of their proclamations, and their claims, their proclamations were false. Now what happened? And I'm going to tell you how media performed watchdog function here, and listen to me carefully. What happened in Exact scandal was that wait a minute, you all are familiar with the New York Times, a famous newspaper. Okay? They had their correspondent, South Asia bureau chief, Declan Walsh. I encourage you to search up this name when we finish this class. Declan Walsh. Declan Walsh was associated with the New York Times, but he was working in Islamabad as a correspondent of New York Times. Correspondent ka to pata hai na sabko. So he was New York Times correspondent, based in Islamabad, based in Pakistan. Declan Walsh came to know about this Exact company that was awarding degrees to students, and he realized that the company was fake and their claims were false, and they did not have any association with any foreign university or with any foreign professor. What did Declan Walsh do? He started his investigation. Investigative journalism. अभी तक you must, आपको पढ़ा होगा कहीं investigative journalism क्या होती है. He started working on his story, and he worked on that story for months. He met students who were enrolled. He met management, of course, without revealing his identity or without revealing what he was up to. And then he started exploring the names of professors the university was claiming were associated with them. And then he realized that all the claims were false, and they were awarding fake degrees. So he finished up his story based on his investigative journalism. He took 3 to 4 months, and the story appeared in the New York Times. And I mean, you can search it up. I have forgotten. If you write Declan Walsh Exact scandal, New York Times will pull it up on Google. And the story appeared in New York Times for the first time. The New York Times wrote, this is what is happening in one of Pakistan's biggest cosmopolitan metropolitan city, Karachi. Something like that. I have forgotten what exactly it was. Now, soon after the story appeared in New York Times, it was a wake-up call for Pakistani newspapers as well. And Pakistani newspapers were, I mean, they contacted Declan, and they literally dug into this, and yes, it was all false. And that is how media performed its watchdog function. Of course, the story, the information was later picked up by concerned agencies, in government agencies, and that is how that exact scandal was. I mean, that is how they came to know, and that is how they dealt with it. So what I'm trying to say here is that exec scandal is the best example of political function that media played. First, I'll let Adil speak, and then Aksa, you will speak. Yeah, go ahead, please, Adil. Very briefly, I have to finish next slide as well. Adil?
Ma'am, if you remember, the owner of this exact company, Shoaib Sheikh,
Yeah.
and Bold News is supporting Shoaib Sheikh, and Geo is continuously talking about Shoaib Sheikh, and there is a big fight between Bold News and Geo News.
So you are trying to say what sort of political function were they performing for us?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Good catch. Good catch. Okay, Aksa, go ahead, please.
Example can be Panama case.
Yes, Panama case I think would be another very good example, because it first appeared in media, and then it was picked up by Pakistani government. Very good job. Good example, Aksa. Fatma, you wanted to say something?
Ma'am, the Watergate scandal of the
Yes.
1970s, and where Richard Nixon was
Very good. Very good. Yeah, very good example. Yeah, see, so I am very glad to see that you came up with very good examples. So based on all of these examples, don't you think that media plays a political function for us, especially in our culture, in our society? And this is why it is important for us to study media culture and society. Nimra raised her hand. Somebody raised?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, Nimra.
Ma'am, the show of Iqrarul Hassan named Saryam could be taken as an example of watchdog, because they are always looking for people who are corrupt.
Good job. That is an example. I mean, I don't know. Each person is different. My subjective opinion is that the show is also a good example of sensationalism. I mean, you may disagree with me. You have every right to disagree with me. Pakistani media nowadays is too much into sensationalism. Usman, go ahead. But good job, Nimra. Usman.
तो मैम जिस तरह अगर मीडिया के कहते हैं पॉजिटिव उसका एस्पेक्ट है कि वो क्या कहते हैं हमें करप्ट साइड दिखाती है, तो उसका नेगेटिव साइड ये भी है कि वो जब कंट्रोल हो जाती है तो हमारे पॉलिटिशियंस की जो नेगेटिव साइड है और जो कई ऐसी नेगेटिव साइड है वो वही दिखाती है जो हमें वो दिखाना चाहते हैं. तो मीडिया जो एक पॉजिटिव रोल प्ले कर रहा है उसका नेगेटिव रोल भी बहुत
वो नहीं हो सकता. बिल्कुल ठीक. बहुत वेरी गुड जॉब. अब आप देखें, like the example that Nimra just gave, and I said that the show is also an example of sensationalism. What is sensationalism? Sensationalism is to give news at the expense of accuracy. Like, you are showing us only one side. I mean, there is another side as well. So Usman or Usama, good job. Yes, I mean, media is supposed to play political function, but sometimes they do not play that function really well. All right, let's move on to the next slide. All right, now 4 main characteristics of media and culture. This is the last slide. Hopefully I finish it today. Okay, these are 4 main characteristics, and they may also be called 4 main objectives of media culture and society. What do we do? Actually, we are still building up the beginning, and I on purpose decided to begin my teaching of this course from these lectures, because I wanted to develop your interest in this course. Instead of just throwing theories on you, or instead of just letting you delve into philosophical ideas, I wanted to give you a sense of why we are doing this and how important it is for us to do all of this. So inshallah, we will be done with this soon, and from this we will move slightly towards Marxism. We will not, of course, Marxism is a whole school, you know. I mean, we'll very briefly touch, I mean, just to develop your basic idea what Marxism is, and from there we'll go towards the idea of ideology. I have only told you what we'll be doing, inshallah, next week. Acha ji. हमारी 2 ही क्लासें हैं नेक्स्ट वीक में, आई थिंक. डू वी हैव क्लास ऑन वेडनेसडे? मंडे एंड वेडनेसडे आई थिंक.
Yes, ma'am.
ओके, ठीक. ऑलराइट. सो हम क्या करते हैं, what we do in media culture and society, we study human endeavors. खुरम, what are endeavors? Endeavors क्या होती हैं?
I don't know. Translate.
No problem. Anyone else? Muhammad Umar, Muhammad Ali, Maham, anyone?
मैम एंडेवर्स होते हैं जो आपके कोई फ्यूचर प्लान्स होते हैं या फ्यूचर चैलेंजेस होते हैं, जिस मतलब या कोई चैलेंज होते हैं हम कहते
Who is
आई
speaking?
गेस मैम मोहम्मद उमर.
Okay, but very good. Endeavors, they do not have to be any future thing. Endeavors are attempts, efforts, human efforts, जैसे that are cultural, not natural. This is what we do in media culture and society. So, for example, we study cultural artifacts. If we are studying a movie, हम एक मूवी को देख रहे हैं. एक ड्रामा बड़ा पॉपुलर हुआ था, मेरे पास तुम हो, last year हुआ था. Was that last year or the year before that? Whenever. So
लास्ट ईयर मैम.
last year. Okay, अब that is a cultural artifact. Culture ने produce किया है. There is nothing natural about it. ठीक है? तो हम and of course that was a human endeavor, a human effort. There was a writer, there was a producer, there were actors, and then there was a TV channel that broadcast that drama. That is a human endeavor. Okay. Wait a minute. And I want to tell you a word. Wait a minute. Is anyone familiar with this word? Adil wrote yellow journalism. Adil, you were writing this in the context of political function of media? Or you were writing
No.
this in the context of sensationalism?
Sensationalism. When you are talking about
Yeah.
Ikrar Mohsin sensationalism,
Yeah.
then I talk about yellow journalism.
Yeah. Oh, I'm running out of time. Good job, Adil. Okay. So, are you familiar with this word, artifact? इसको आप आज आपने yes, Fatma, go ahead. Fatma, artifact क्या होता है?
Yes, ma'am. Artifact is basically any cultural
Yes.
tradition or anything like that.
शाबाश, शाबाश. इसको मेरा ख्याल है कि British spelling इसके ये हैं, if I'm not mistaken. I think the upper one is American spelling, lower one is British, but you need to check. So very good. Artifact is a thing, a culture of cultural importance or historical importance. एक painting है, that is a human artifact. इसको हम artifact कहते हैं. A book is an artifact. A phone is an artifact. There is nothing natural about this phone. ऐसा नहीं है कि this phone was discovered from somewhere, कि ये कहीं किसी mine में था या it's not like that. This is an artifact. ठीक है? इसी तरह से a painting is an artifact. It's a cultural thing. A song is an artifact. A piece of music is an artifact. So कभी किसी ने सुनी है बेथोवन की वो For Alice? Does anyone like Beethoven? All of his compositions, the famous music composer Beethoven. So all of his, Pakistani koi music composer? By the way, I like Rahat Fateh Ali Khan a lot. I also like Coke music as well, but sometimes they kind of mess up with songs. That's what I don't like. But whatever Coke studio is producing is all cultural. There is nothing natural about it. They are artifacts.
Alan Walker musical production is quite good, I think so.
Who is speaking? Adil? Thank you, Adil. Thank you for participating. So what I'm saying here is that the main objective, main characteristic is to study human endeavors, human attempts, whatever humans do, cultural. And that is all cultural. There is nothing natural about it. Okay, we're done with the first point. Let's move on to the second one. We have to use media to talk about the media. See, now, media is deeply ingrained in our culture. How? in order to use media, we have to talk about media. Let's say if I publish a book, okay? Now this book goes to printing, this goes to posting, I send it to my editor by postal service, then this book goes to stores, to distributors and all that, and all of them are cultural places. The printing house, the postal service office, the like it goes through different sorts of cultural arenas, and it is very self-referential. That is how it is reflexive. What I am saying here is, to use media, we have to talk about, I mean, we have to use media to talk about the media, and we use media a lot. I mean, if there are several places that are related to means of communication that you visit every day, that you engage in every day, and that sort of thing. Now let's move on to the third point. It says, I have only 6 minutes left, mediatization of the cultural realm. Okay, now mediatization, our culture is mediatized. We already actually talked about this idea when we're talking about technological advancements in previous slides, when I said that I mean, with these technological advancements, media surrounds our lives. Media is everywhere. I mean, right now on my desk, I have this computer in front of me through which I am communicating with you all. I have this phone with me through which I am getting notifications from my YouTube account. I'm getting notifications from my Twitter account, from my Instagram account, from my Facebook account. See, media surrounds us, and our culture, the cultural realm का मतलब होता है area, sphere, arena. So our cultural sphere is mediatized because of this technology. And I mean, I think most of us, we are using media in some ways, whatever we are doing. This morning when I woke up and I was preparing breakfast, I was listening to Oprah Winfrey's talk at Stanford University. I like Oprah Winfrey. I like her because of her eloquence. I think she's a very eloquent speaker. I like her for her motivational talks. In most of her programs, she does motivational talks. So I had that video on, and while I was preparing breakfast, I was listening to her. Many times I listen, when I'm working on kitchen side by side, I listen to news. If I don't get time to read news, I listen to news. And I have told you, Democracy Now! Is my favorite channel, YouTube channel, and I listen to. See, our culture where we live today is highly mediatized. There is this continuous flux. Flux का मतलब है आ रही है एक चीज. There's this continuous flow of this media coming our way. I mean, don't you feel like sometimes we are bombarded with information? We are literally bombarded with information. There is so much information coming our way that even today we have to be selective. Sometimes I think that time of PTV was really good. When people had only one channel, there was one choice. Bhai ji, yahi dekh lo, bas, yahi hai ek. Now, I mean, when I tune in my TV, my cable operator is giving me access to 80 channels. And that's a lot. I mean, just think at the extent of the mediatization of the culture where we live. Okay, clear? 3 minutes left. Let's move on to the fourth and last point, transformative power of media. Media has the power of transforming us. Media transforms people. People tend to change their minds. I believe you read that agenda setting theory when you took the course on MCOM 409. Did you? What was the main argument
Yes,
of
ma'am.
that theory? Main argument agenda setting theory ka tha, the agenda of media becomes agenda of public. Media has the power to set agenda for people. That was the main argument. And that is how media transform people. Media लोगों को change कर सकता. Does media have the power to change people?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
ma'am.
Media can
Yes.
transform. And wo
Yes, ma'am.
media's role, especially think about lawyers movement that happened in 2008 or 2009. Yeah, I think towards the end of 2008, when the lawyers movement was given a really high coverage by media in Pakistan, and that led to the resignation of Pakistan's then Prime Minister General Musharraf. Okay? See, media has the power to transform people's thoughts and everything. Let's talk about examples of advertisements. Has it ever happened to you that your opinion was transformed after seeing a particular advertisement? Has it ever happened to you? Any example? Any example that media has ever transformed your opinion? Okay, I have left.
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead.
There is this. There was this ad by Samsung, I think, about how they have developed glasses that can show it to like anyone who is blind. They can use those glasses to see.
Good job. So you were transformed after seeing that advertisement. That opinion
Yes,
was
I
very good. Very. Adil, your comment, and I have less than a minute left, so this may drop at any moment. That's okay. I will upload the recording very soon. But go ahead, please. I will do. Yeah, Adil, go ahead.
Ma'am, I was reading about that American invest $50 million every year to change the fashion sense of the people every year.
Yeah.
And almost, I think so, there is a homogeneous transformation with the passage of time, that our fashion sense has been changed. Even I know when I was in my childhood, my father not allow me to wear pant shirt. Even today is against this, but still today they are supporting somehow that do what you want. But I think with the passage of time, things change, and it is because of media. And media plays a very important role in that. Like that, today, if we think about dhoti and kurta, it's like feel awkward. We feel awkward because media has changed the sense completely in this modern era.
Yeah, even people are ashamed of speaking Punjabi. Very good job. Good job, Adil. Shabash. Theek hai ji. This was all I wanted to say. If anyone has any comment, you can say, you can talk about it, because the call will drop any minute. Theek hai. If you have any question, feel free to write an email to me, and I would like to end the session now.